Welcome back to Online Darts, everyone. Here we are. It's a brand new week, which means we have another Premier League night in store. Winner takes all, and this time we are off to the M&S Arena in Liverpool for night 2. So a quick rewind to Cardiff first of all, and it was Snakebite Peter Wright who was crowned champion on the opening night of the Premier League, beating Jonny Clayton in the final. A whopping 113 average from the world champion. He was sensational in that final. Jonny never really got going, but there was also disappointments for Gerwyn. Didn't get going in front of his home fans. They want to bounce back. Gary Anderson getting to a semi-final, just missing out. Good signs for Gary Anderson fans, but MVG, there are question marks. We'll come on to them in a minute, but it's not looking good right now. I'm sure he'll turn it around. Too good not to. But before we dive into this week, comment below what you thought of the Premier League format. Did you like the new format? Did you not like it? What would you change? Is it here to stay, or is it going to be a one-season wonder for this format? But all eyes are on Liverpool, and like we said, we are going to the M&S Arena. And first up, it is the world champion Snakebite Peter Wright taking on mighty Michael van Gerwen. And right now, Peter Wright is a huge favourite in this game. MVG nowhere near the form he needs to be to compete at that level. Lost out in the opening round to Gary Anderson last week. Flashes of genius, but they were only flashes. Consistency not there. 2 disappointing days on the Pro Tour as well. Massive amount of work for MVG to do, but if anyone can turn it around, he can. Snakebite, on the other hand, is riding high. World Championship, he looked sensational. Then that whopping average against Jonny Clayton, and picked up a Pro Tour title at the weekend. He's going to be very hard to beat, and it's hard to look past him. I think Snakebite may just have too much in the tank in this one, so I'm going to go Peter Wright to make the semi-final. Then the ferret Jonny Clayton taking on Bully Boy Michael Smith. Jonny got to the final, ran out of steam. Average Pro Tours for his standards, but I think his consistency may be too much for Bully Boy. I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the ferret may just edge it in this one and reverse that World Championship defeat, but can make a case for both. I'm going to go Jonny Clayton just. Then we have James Wade taking on Joe Cullen. There's some problems for James at the moment. His doubling has never been an issue and never will be. That is the strong point of his game. But 2 low 90s averages last week in the Premier League. Scoring phase of his game is nowhere to be seen right now. And although you have to finish on a double, and that is massively important, at the moment he's not getting the opportunities because his scoring boots just not there. Joe, on the other hand, in defeat, he still played really well against Jonny last week, and I think Joe Cullen gets his man in the opening round. I think he will score too heavily. Fairly localish for him. I'm sure the Joe Cullen fans will make the trip from Yorkshire to support him, and I think he beats James Wade in this one. And then the last quarter-final, it is the world number 1 Gerwyn taking on Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson has been a kind of renaissance from him. He always said the more he plays, the better he will get, and right now he's standing by that as well. Semi-final last week, losing out in a last leg decider to Peter Wright. Average 99. 2 very good Pro Tours at the weekend as well. Very good signs for Gary Anderson fans right now, where Gezzy's been a little bit up and down. Disappointed in front of his home fans. Only, I think it was 88 average, 89 average, somewhere around there last week. Got to a Pro Tour final, but blew it. The opportunities were there, but look, again, Gezzy, the more he plays, the better he will get. So I'm looking forward to this game, but I think Gary Anderson gets his man. I think Gary Anderson edges it 6-4, 6-5, somewhere around there. Comment below your score predictions for the quarterfinals of night 2 of the Premier League, and then from there, if I'm right, I very much doubt it, but maybe get lucky. I've gone Jonny Clayton against Peter Wright. Going to go Jonny. I think Jonny nicks the semi-final against Snakey. So I'm going to go Jonny Clayton to make the final, where he will play Gary Anderson. I think Gary gets the better of Joe as well. So my final, Jonny Clayton against Gary Anderson. I'm going to go for Gary Anderson just to nick the final. Heartbreak 2 weeks in a row in the finals potentially for Jonny, if I'm right. But you never know. So I think Gary Anderson to win this night in the Premier League. Comment below also who you think will get the job done here in Liverpool Liverpool this week. Remember, 10 grand on offer to the winner. Winner takes all, nothing else for second place. That is how we roll. Plenty coming up at Online Darts. We'll have the Pro Tour streams as always. So if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram pages, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that little bell, turn notifications on when we post new videos and go live. Like we said, lots and lots going on from me and the team. But that's me signing off, and we will see you all in Liverpool.